A demonstrative pronoun points out a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. For example, the demonstratives this and that, these and those. We use this and that and these and those to point to things or ideas. Here we have them put out in a table. We use this for singular items that are near in time or distance. So if I'm holding a pen, this pen is near to me in distance, so I use this. If I'm referring or pointing at a bottle or a pen on a table that's far away from me, I would say that. So we use this for things close to us and that for an item that's sitting away from us. Similarly, we use these and those, however, for plural items. So if I'm holding two pens, I would say these pens are mine. If I'm referring to two bottles of water on a shelf that's very high, I'm pointing to it and say those bottles. So just to recap, this is used for singular items that are near in time or distance. That, on the other hand, is used for also singular for a singular item that is put far in time or distance. These, on the other hand, is used for plural items that are near in time or distance. Those are for items that are far in time or distance. Next, we will talk about interrogative pronoun. It introduces a question. We use an interrogative pronoun to start a question. For example, we have what, which, who, whom, whose. We use what to ask about people or objects. For example, what's your friend's name? Or what is going on? Or what's happening here? And what will you do after school? I'm asking about an idea or an object. Next we have which. Which is also used to ask about people or objects. It's usually used to give options or preferences. For example, if I'm holding two pens, one is red and the other is blue, and I'm asking which one do you prefer, the blue one or the red one? So I'm giving you options or choices to choose from. Next we have who. Who is an interrogative pronoun that's used to ask questions about people. Remember that we use who to ask about subjects. We use who to ask about people who are the subjects of the sentence. For example, who was driving the car? I'm asking about the person who was driving the car. And the answer would be Ahmed was driving the car. So Ahmed here is the subject of the sentence. He's the one who was doing the driving. He was sitting in the driver's seat. Whom. Next we have whom. Whom is very similar to who. It's used also to ask about people. However, we use whom to ask about objects or people who are the objects of a sentence. For example, who did you speak to? I'm asking you, who did you speak to? You would say, I was speaking or I spoke to Omar. So I'm asking about Omar. I want to know the identity of the person you were speaking to. And you said you were speaking to Omar. Omar here is an object. You You are the subject and Omar is the object. Lastly, we have whose. Whose is used to ask questions about people or objects. It's always related to possessions. So we use whose to ask about the ownership of certain objects or ideas. For example, whose sweater is this, or whose pencil is this? If I'm holding a pencil and I might say, whose pencil is this? I'm asking about the owner of this pencil. Thank you.